Hey Facebook Food Network Live fans, I'm Katie Lee and I'm back. I just made some crab hush puppies if you were tuning in a little earlier. And now I'm gonna make you your favorite summer cocktail. Well, about to be your favorite summer cocktail. You remember the FROMOSA trend of 2017? Well, 2018 is gonna be all about the FROMOSA, all right? It's a frozen mimosa of not one, not two, but 3 different flavors. So it's super simple to do. It looks nice and fancy. But we're gonna start off, this is a party here. We got lots of fun stuff. Come on, people, have some fun back there. Look like you're having a good time. We're gonna start off the party. We're gonna pop a bottle. Yep. We got some Prosecco going here. You could use any kind of sparkling wine or champagne to make this. I like to look for something that's around like a $10 bottle. There's no need to be spending a lot of money on this because we're going to jazz it up with some different fruits. And I have 3 blenders set up just because we're at the Food Network Test Kitchen and they got all kinds of gadgets around here, but you could totally do this with just one. So I'm going to get it all set. We got any questions out there in Facebook Live world?
Jewel wants to know what you're doing this summer. Any big plans?
Okay, Jewel wants to know what I'm doing this summer. Any big plans? Well, Jewel, I'm hoping to spend a lot of time at the beach with Gus. I don't know if you guys know Gus. He's my dog, and he's super cute, if I do say so myself. And I just got engaged, so my fiance Ryan and I are planning on being at the beach quite a bit. So, all right, let's get started. First layer of this is going to be strawberry, then we're going to do mango, and then cherry. So I have frozen strawberries here. Get those in the freezer department. The frozen fruit is always less expensive than the fresh fruit, and it's always frozen at the peak of freshness, right when it's picked. So it's a great way to cut costs and also get a really good product, and you want this to be frozen. It's a FROMOSA. Okay, so now I'm going to add to it my sparkling wine. Any questions out there?
Yeah, James is a huge fan of Endless Summer.
Okay, Oh, thank you, James. James, a fan of Endless Summer Cookbook. That's my cookbook. Thank you. I'm not working on a new cookbook, much to the dismay of my book agent, who's been after me for about a year and a half. So I should be doing that. Maybe I'll get started someday soon. But until then, just, go to foodnetwork.com. The kitchen's on every Saturday at 11, and we always have new recipes going up. So that's a good way to get new recipes if you're looking for some. All right, so next up, frozen mango goes into my next blender. And I'm gonna add my sparkling wine to that. Now, if you were making this at home, again, you would just use one blender and you'd do these one at a time. All right, for my third layer, it's gonna be frozen cherries. Any more questions out there in Facebook world?
And Anaris wants to know, can she use any flavor of sparkling wine?
Anaris says any flavor of sparkling wine. Yeah, any sparkling wine will work in this. Just, see what's on special at the store. You could also do this with a sweeter sparkling wine. It would work if you want this to be a sweeter drink. So you can totally mix it up. Again, like I said, like a $10 bottle is totally going to do you on this. This is not the time to go buy the $40 champagne. All right, we're going to put that in there. Any more questions?
Yeah, we have a couple. Lydia wants to know when you're getting married.
Lydia wants to know when I'm getting married. Lydia, have you been talking to my mom? Inquiring minds want to know. We'll figure it out. You'll know when we do. Okay, so I'm going to put all my tops on here. And, I'm always looking for good summer beach cocktails. Beach Bites is starting back up again, June 7th on Cooking Channel, shameless plug. And I'm always trying the good beach cocktails. I like something that makes me feel like I'm on vacation, and this one does it for me. All right, we ready for this? I'm going to turn them all on at once. I wish this was my life. Why isn't this my kitchen? With 3 blenders. Okay, blend it all up. Get them nice and going.
Anything exciting on the kitchen on Saturday?
Anything exciting on the kitchen this Saturday? Well, it's our Memorial Day episode, so it's our red, white, and blue barbecue episode, and we've got everything you need for your Memorial Day. We're going to be making, your main dishes, your desserts, all that good stuff, and having a great time. I actually just left the set of the kitchen and came straight here, and we were, getting all your summer barbecue stuff happening. Okay, let's make a FROMOSA. Any more questions?
Yeah, Sherry wants to know what kind of food would you serve this with?
Sherry says, what kind of food would I serve this with? Well, I think that this would go great with a brunch. Like mimosas are always good with brunch food. But honestly, this would be good for any kind of daytime pool party. I think people would be really into it because of all the fruity flavors and the frozen. So maybe if you were I like to make hot dogs for a pool party, and I do a chili sauce. If you look on foodnetwork.com for my West Virginia style hot dogs, I'm from West Virginia, and we always do hot dogs with chili sauce and coleslaw. I know that sounds kind of funny, but I honestly didn't know hot dogs were eaten any other way until I left West Virginia. Okay, first layer, our strawberries go into a glass. Pour it just a little. Okay. Now, if you were doing this at home, you'd have all your glasses out and you'd put the first layer on all of them, then you'd rinse this out and you'd do your mango layer. Any more questions?
Yeah, Julie wants to know your favorite Memorial Day barbecue food.
Julie asked my favorite Memorial Day barbecue food. Julie, I love ribs. I am so happy with barbecue ribs. I want them to be like falling off the bone. I want to be messy and sticky, and this is, not the time to try to be pretty. All right, the next layer goes in. I just kind of do it from the side and go up. Okay. My layers aren't looking as perfect as I'd like them to because I'm live. All right, another question?
Hot dogs or hamburgers? Which one would you choose?
Hot dogs or hamburgers? Why should I choose? If you've got the grill heated up, you might as well make both of them. All right, and let's put our cherry layer on. All right, there we go. And then I made these little skewers with blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, grapes. And just put a little skewer on top because we got some layering going. I'm going to go right in for this drink. I had a long day at work, so I think it's time for a FROMOSA. So good. What I love about this drink is that it's not overly sweet because I didn't add any sugar to it. It's just the fruit and the sparkling wine. So the flavors of the fruits really come through. Got that nice sparkling wine in there, so it gives it this, lovely little undertone. It mixes perfectly. You can take your little fruit skewer and mix the whole thing. Honestly, I think of this kind of like as a smoothie. It's healthy. There's fruit in it. I think I should have two because it has antioxidants, right? We have any more questions?
Lydia wants to know if she doesn't like wine, anything else you could use instead.
Lydia asks if you don't drink wine, anything else you could use instead. You could do this if you wanted to do it as a non-alcoholic, use ginger ale. That would work perfectly and be really delicious. Any more?
Alex missed when you added the fruit. Did you use them frozen or fresh?
Frozen fruit in this instead of the fresh because you want that great frozen sensation. Now, if you're having trouble, like I just did with the layers because I'm live on Facebook, what you can do when you make your first layer, the strawberry, fill it in the glasses, put them in the freezer. Make your second layer, then bring them out, put them in there, put them back in the freezer. Make your third layer of the cherries, fill it up, put them in the freezer. That's how these have been done right here. So then they look perfect. And that way they stay nice and cold when you're gonna serve them to your guest. And if they sit out for a couple minutes, it's totally fine. More questions?
Nick wants to know, would this work with a hard cider?
Nick says, would it work with a hard cider? If you're thinking like a sparkling one, I think absolutely. Yeah, you want that little bit of effervescence in there.
Lydia wants to know your favorite memory from the kitchen.
My favorite memory from the kitchen. There are so many, it's hard to pick, but today we were all talking about this crazy squirrel that we had. We have, our outdoor segments, and we had this wild squirrel that ran through one time. We had a marching band, I can't remember why, but the squirrel ran out in the marching band, and it was chaos on set from this wild squirrel. It made for a great blooper reel. Another question?
No, we're all set.
All right, we're all set. Thank you guys so much for joining. Had a great time with you. Don't forget to watch The Kitchen this Saturday at 11 o'clock. It's our Memorial Day barbecue episode. Beach Bites starts again on June 7th. Our first episode is set in Biloxi, Mississippi. I had an amazing time there. And then also, Katie Lee Eats Meat in Sweats, hashtag Meat Sweats, starts up again on June 20th. And it's a whole summer worth of great meat barbecue recipes. Thank you. I'm going to enjoy my FROMOSA now and go put on my sweatpants. See you later.